let's talk about some of these here if you want to switch out.
Sure.
So this is something at the the Tulsa Guitar Fest that I saw you had laid out.
Yeah, I brought this. This is a half carved neck. You could show them the back how rough it is, and I was getting sawdust on my display table and everything.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get a good little...
But I thought it'd be cool to show people kind of a halfway done neck, and I also wanted to show off the inlay for it.
And I was surprised at how much attention this got. So I was sitting there walking by your table a few times, watching you interact with customers, potential customers.
Yep.
And anyways, and then I saw some people were like, wow, look at that, Mom, look at that. And they were like 20-something-year-olds.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, Dad, check that out. So is this a thing that's even possible for you to, if somebody wanted to order a guitar and have it look something like this?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
So this is a PlayStation, I take it?
Yep, this is specifically PS2.
Okay.
The logo.
Fair enough.
This is for Chris Lynch. He's on Instagram and whatnot. He's in a metal band.
I'll put his stuff up here.
He loves vintage video games.
So how, this is going to be all sanded down, I take it.
Yeah, and carved and shaped.
Yeah. This is really interesting.
The neck is, or the headstock is over thick. It'll get sanded down.
Correct. Pretty neat. You've got a little different vibe to this one than your other one.
Yeah, this one's going to be a little more aggressive.
I want to say, is this almost the way this headstock looks is making me lean towards like Ibanez-y.
Yep.
Flatter
fretboard. He's an Ibanez guy.
There you go.
Yeah.
So the flatter fretboards.
I'll grab the body for it.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Nice. So you can order something as custom as this from my man here, Ben.
This is a swamp ash body.
Wow. And
this is going to get a flat gray paint to look like a PS2 console from the era.
Oh, I love it, man. We got to see this.
I know.
Before this goes out, you got to give me a call. I'll run over here. Or you can just take some good pictures and you can send them to me if you want. But I definitely need to get some pictures. I'm sure you probably will want to take pictures of this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to get in close on this one just to show what something like this looks like before it's finished. And you see like... Look at that. That's so cool. And the chambering and everything.
Now that's a pretty light feeling body, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. It is. Are you going to chamber it all, or is it going to be just
Nope, it's just solid, like and it'll get a slight round over, and that's it. No carves.
So what do you call this type of joint that the neck's going to be?
So this is, I don't know what you'd call it, but with this style of joint, I could either glue it in or do a bolt-on.
Okay. You have an option because you have enough room. There's enough room. I'm pointing to the back here to be able to.
And there's enough surface area to glue it if I want. I'm not exactly sure yet.
Interesting. So what would dictate, like, what's going to probably tip you either way? What's going to make that decision?
What he wants.
What do you?
I'm going to try to talk him into a carved or a glued-in neck with a carved heel over a bolt-on, but he may want a bolt-on.
Gotcha. So you are working with the customer. I mean, the only thing this thing seems to be missing is a little handle cutout, you know. Like
I know, to make it for the gym, yeah.
The Steve Vai, like it kind of looks like that, you know?
Yeah.
I love it. So somebody could come to you with whatever their hobby is, maybe. Like it could be a fishing thing, maybe. It could be
I do a lot of custom inlay for folks, even
really cool.
Professional guitar builders and hobbyist guitar builders. There's thousands and thousands of retired guys making their dream guitar in their garage, and not all of them want to take the time to learn inlay and do it well, because it's a whole thing in itself.
Right.
So if they want a fingerboard that's pre-inlaid, pre-slotted, and a matching head plate, they can order it for me for a few $100 and turn their guitar into semi-professional looking to totally pro.
So cool.
If they do it right, you know.
Have you done other versions of different ones the way you're talking? Have you done some other custom stuff? And if you have, what type of other concepts have you done?
Tons. Lots of birds. I've inlaid more birds than you would know.
Thanks, PRS.
Yeah, right.
Just kidding.
Hummingbirds and wrens and eagles. And
do you have some of these pictures on Instagram? Because I can post
them on Instagram or on my website. I have an inlay page on the website with most of my impressive stuff.
Who would have thought that like inlays would be like a thing?
I know.
So when you were like growing up thinking, you know, I'm going to make inlays. Like,
well, I wasn't thinking that.
I know,
That just came by chance. You know what it was is I was working at Bishline Banjos. It's another Tulsa company.
Here you go.
Rob Bishline's still building banjos, but I worked for his shop for 8 years. And when I was there, we would get these orders for, you know, custom inlay, and we were farming it out.
Wow.
And I was seeing the inlay work come back, and I thought, I can do this. Let me do it. How much did you pay that guy? You're paying me hourly. Let me do it. I want to learn to do it anyway. And
you're like, I got this.
And finally, they were like, oh, okay, give it a shot. See what you can do. And they're like, okay, Ben's our inlay guy. So
Cool.
I got tons of practice at that job and got to, you know, get orders from the customers, make mock-ups, get approval, then execute it. And it was a lot of fun.
So besides the technical work of how to design it, work the machines, you've also got the creativity aspect of this coming out of you too. So being able to make all this, you know, I grew up being a Marvel guy, Marvel comics, and appreciating artwork, and angles and isometric views, and how do you make this like this little thing right here, like to be able to get it to look that good, man. Kudos to you, because
thank you.
I know it's easier said than done when it comes to that. Let me change the lighting on this.
You know, I always drew as a kid. I was always in art class, but I was never that good. And there was only so much my hands can do with a pencil, and I was always frustrated I couldn't make things look realistic. I think my only skill really is I have an eye for if it looks right or not, and I just have to mess with it till it looks right.
Looks great, man. And so somebody could take something like this, possibly work with you, if they had the body of a guitar they wanted, and they wanted to get something cool, like a new version of their neck, put on, man. What a cool, inexpensive way to really personalize a guitar for somebody.
Yeah.
So
and
cool.
I can add it to existing guitars too.
Right.
The cost goes up, especially if it's a big inlay that spans multiple frets. Sometimes a refret is necessary to do the inlay. But I do that all the time for folks.
That's so cool, man.
A lot of folks send me their Taylor guitars to put, or their Martins to put their name in the fretboard like they did in the 50s, you know?
Love it, yeah.
And
Stevie Ray Vaughan had that one, that famous one, right?
Yeah.
That one guitar he had, his name down it. So
tons of guys did. All those 50s guys in suits and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
They all had their name down there.
Hey, you give me an idea. I've got a Taylor.
Yeah,
I've got like a 214.
Taylors are nice because you can take the neck off and ship it to me.
I'm across town. I'd bring it to you.
Yeah, you can just bring it to me.
That's amazing. I might have to do that. We did that thing with Seth. Now you're giving me an idea.
Yeah.
Maybe I might have to see if I can at least bring it over, have you look at it. Maybe there's some ideas, you know?
It'd be cool.
I mean, I've got all my Irish heritage and Scottish colors.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I like interconnected designs.
Maybe there's something of a tartan type of thing we can work out.
Maybe.
See,
that'd be cool. Future video?
Yeah,
perhaps?
I'm telling you, that'd be great. All right, so let's bring out the other guitar.
Yeah.
You had another one at the show.
We'll put this one up.
All right, so Ben, this is another one that you had
at
the Tulsa Guitar Fest, and everybody was really looking at this one a lot, including myself, my friends, Naynad.
This is a Sumi model. Wow. This is my flat top version. I make a version with a carved top. The flat top version starts at $5,500. This one has a patina finish that it's bronze powder in paint, and once it's sprayed on, I can spray metal oxides on it and it reacts and patinas in real time. And I can even make rust by scrunching up a bit of steel wool in certain parts into the oxides. It's like basically like liquids that I'm spraying on there. And the little fibers from the steel wool will rust, so you can kind of control where rust spots are, and the whole result is kind of almost like a sunken treasure vibe, you know?
Amazing. Wow. It does have that type of thing to it. It's almost like who's the guy from Rolling Stones? Not Mick Jagger, but the guitarist.
You're gonna make me blank on it.
I know. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He's old as God knows what.
Yeah.
It's like if he was a guitar,
Yeah.
This is like
right.
he's in all the Johnny Depp movies where he plays the pirates. Johnny
Yep.
Depp's father. What's his name? We all know.
God dang it. Anytime anyone asks me,
Yeah.
then I can't get it. Keith Richards.
Keith. All right, so we'll say that. All right, so this reminds me of Keith Richards. Richards was a guitar. This would be him. It's like that.
He'd look good playing it.
It's so cool, man, because it's got like this just not. It's not even like relic. Like you said, sunken treasure.
I wouldn't
almost.
call it relic.
What is it? It's just.
It's not
something.
beat up. It's just.
No, it's not. It's antique almost in a sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like you said, it's like a rustic kind of. Maybe rustic was more the word.
Yeah.
Antique, rustic compared to relic.
And the neck has got a natural oil finish. Because I just like the feel of that.
Wow.
A lot more than gloss, personally.
Wow. Yeah, it's a very like dry type finish, and so is this also soft V? Feels like.
Yeah, it's in that range.
Right, it is, and
it's fairly thick, but it doesn't feel thick.
So what's interesting too about this particular look is there's no binding, kind of like how some of the Les Paul specials and all kind of look.
Yep.
I'm not a Les Paul expert by any means at all, but I know some of them do not have the binding on them.
Right.
And all the way up the neck and so forth. So you've kind of followed suit with that type of vibe compared to the binding style. Like
I will say one thing I do, if I don't have binding on a neck, you will not see fret tang on the end, because I always do what's called a blind slot. So it's not cut all the way through.
Okay.
So when I put the frets in, I prepare the ends of the frets just like it did have binding.
So you're talking about the slot like these here, right?
Yep.
So you wouldn't go.
I don't go all the way through.
Gotcha.
Just because I like the aesthetics of that.
Cool. It's instead of a showing maybe or something. Okay. I gotcha. Especially without the cap.
Right.
Then you would see the little indentation of where it makes its way through the.
Yeah, and if you're doing gloss on that, all the finish wants to sink into every one of those little fret end spots, and that's a pain in the neck. It doesn't look great.
I like it. Such attention to detail, right? I mean, that's really where it's at. So let's talk about your inspiration for this one.
Yeah, the patina finish, I learned it from a famous guitar maker named Scott Walker. Not to be confused with the musician Scott Walker, but Scott Walker builds guitars in Santa Cruz. He builds them kind of in the style of like Alembic, and kind of Grateful Dead crowd is into his stuff. And he taught a class on how to apply this finish when I went to Roberto Vin in 2012.
Wow, it's pretty amazing. So not only did you get inspired by it, but then you decided to delve into it and try and give it a whirl. And so is this the first version you said, or is this, how many versions have you made of these?
This is the only Sumi I've done with this finish. I've done one other guitar in my whole career in that finish, and it was one of the first ones I ever built. Like a family friend bought it from me, and it's hanging on his wall.
I like even your choice of like all the knobs and everything on it. It's got like this green hue to it, which matches everything. So, even that, the attention to detail on that is cool, man.
I use custom knobs a lot, and there's this lady from Portland, Knobhead PDX, on Instagram.
I'll put the stuff up here.
And sometimes I'll have a custom build, and I don't want to use standard knobs, and I'll just send her a picture of the guitar, and I'll say, I need a set for this guitar. I trust what you're going to do. Just make something that looks cool. And she comes up with something great.
So she made these here then?
She didn't make these, but I use her a lot.
Gotcha. These are pretty cool. They're like a see-through kind of with a green hue on it. Perfect.
Yeah.
So what's going on here? We got 2 volumes, 2 tones?
Correct. Yeah, standard Les Paul layout.
Yeah, a lot of work.
Yeah.
It is. So, I mean, if you're trying to get these just
and
right.
And the 3-way knob is ebony. I
like it.
I make those.
So the other guitar we showed a few minutes ago had the ebony knobs on it.
Yeah.
Where this one's got the ebony selector switch cover on it, right? I love it. So these are cool too, kind of classic looking, the tuning heads.
Yeah, and those are Goto as well.
Make sure to get that in here. Yeah, they're really cool looking. Kind of vintagey, huh?
Yeah. Clouzon style.
Really? Okay, is there a name? Is it like based on a name, I wonder? The Clouzon?
I think the original I think that was the brand.
The brand then?
I believe so.
Cool. Yeah, that's really neat looking. So, all right, so once again, you have a slight breakaway angle.
Yeah, a little bit more so than the Taurus, but not extreme.
No trees or anything in there. What type of nut is this one?
Bone.
Bone nut, of course, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, figures. And then you've got like a mother of pearl type
Yes.
inlays on here then?
Yep.
I like it. It's classy looking with the dot. Is this ebony then?
It is.
Yeah, it's pretty dark looking.
Ebony's my favorite fretboard material for sure.
You know what I love about the contrast between the mother of pearl and the ebony is so
I do
easy to
too.
see,
I like how
identifying.
it's not very porous and feels very smooth. Rosewood's a lot more porous.
Right, that's true.
the
Because
ebony
most
is.
of my guitars are rosewood,
Mhm.
and you're right, they do have a little porousy feel to it. So for those that don't play guitar, when you're doing like these little bends and stuff, or slides, you're feeling the porous material of this fretboard, as opposed to like this ebony,
And some
where it's a
people
little more
prefer it.
smoother. Yeah, some people do. I mean, I've had rosewood on just about every guitar I've ever had.
Mhm.
You know, and it's always done me well, but I do like the ebony.
Yeah.
The ebony.
There's certainly nothing
Yeah.
wrong with rosewood.
No,
Sounds great.
But the aesthetic quality, when I'm looking down, like I said, as I'm getting older, presbyopia, with the eyes getting older, and you can't see as good in bifocals, and to be able to look down and see the contrast, the darker,
Yeah.
the darker
helpful.
with the frets and the markers, it makes it a little easier for some of us that are like, get off my lawn, getting a little. Yeah, it's got a nice little feel to it. Now, do you string them all up with like 10s, the strings?
That's usually my standard.
10 to
So-
46 maybe? Or something?
Yeah. Every once in a while, I'll have customers that want 9s, but I rarely go lighter than that.
So where'd you come up with the name Sumi? Model
Sumi,
name.
it's a Japanese word. There's a Japanese word for basically a woodworker's scribe. They take this line and draw it through an ink pot, place it with this little like a nail, and they flick the line. You know, like a chalk line you'd use in construction. It's like that. And they call it the Sumi Subo. And I just wanted a pretty Japanese name because I wanted a Japanese-inspired single-cut style guitar.
There's a nice playability to it. I like it. It's nice. It's got a
Thank
good
you.
playability. I do like it a lot. It's got a nice solid feel to it. So what type of weight are we talking about for something like this? It feels a little heavier than
let's
the
weigh it.
Okay, let's do it. Class is in session.
Class
Here we
is
go.
in session.
Let's do it. You got like a fishing.
Yeah,
Device.
just a little hang scale. Let's
Yeah.
weigh it and see.
You ready?
7.74.
Nice. A little heavier than some other stuff, but
Yeah.
not terrible.
A bit heavier than a Strat, but it's not going to break your back.
Yeah, I like it. It's good. And what type of price range are you talking for this right here? Like this,
So
this particular
The flat top
version?
Sumis start at 5,500. The carved top Sumis start at 6,000.
Wow, nice. And turnaround about the same, about 6 months or so,
Yeah.
probably, right? I imagine that's for all your stuff. Maybe sooner on something like a inlay work, maybe.
Yeah, inlay definitely a quicker turnaround.
So this bridge then,
This
saddle and
is a
stuff,
John Mann bridge, a wraparound, adjustable wraparound.
wraparound.
John Mann makes the parts for PRS, and he has his own hardware company, and just great stuff.
There's the wraparound. And so why do you like the wraparounds?
The wraparounds, I think of everything from an acoustic standpoint, even though it's an electric guitar and makes less of a difference. The fulcrum point, it's all right there Now, if you have a
fulcrum, meaning this point where it's coming over the top.
all your tension is rotational. If you've got a tailpiece and let's say an archtop bridge, right? You've got basically nothing but downforce. You don't have that force going towards the
So
nut.
what he's talking about is the directional force of the strings being applied across the top of these saddles. So when it's further out, it's more of a flat. Wrap around is more of a direct force down. Okay.
And I design a lot of my chambering it emanates from the bridge. And I believe that makes a difference.
It's cool. And a lot of people have talked about it. A lot of people I've seen on YouTube and everything talk about it. And also that falls into play with what's going on up here. So the break angles, I'm not sure if is that actually what it's called, the break angle?
Yeah.
Okay. So the break angle and how much force now is applied at this particular point right here. As you increase that angle, then there's going to be probably more stress at that particular point, possibly, is what I'm guessing. And then as you decrease it a little bit, you're going to relieve some of the stress. And so some people see like players with like a cloth around this area for vibrational things and stuff like that. Dave Scher, check out his episode that I just released recently. He is using it. Sometimes he talks about that. And that has to do with the sound up here. The sounds, all vibration, stress, all that stuff.
All those little overtones, I like those.
Yeah.
But if you're trying to play something really fast, really cleanly, sometimes it's good to cover those up, especially if you got distortion on it.
So if somebody's changing the strings on this, they're threading it this way through.
Yeah, it goes
comes out
and wraps
and
around.
They come back up here, tie it in, kind of pinch it off a little maybe or something, get it in here, get it going, right? That's interesting. So it's all different compared to like Strats.
Yeah,
Strats coming through.
Yeah, and it's in a tremolo system on a spring, The wraparound, you're going to get the most sustain with a wraparound bridge. Anytime you have a tremolo, you're going to sacrifice some sustain, and it alters the attack of the note. That's where a lot of tone comes from, is like that first millisecond,
Attack.
The fundamental.
The attack is, and for those that don't play guitar that watch, like we have a plectrum here, otherwise known as a pick, and then the initial like strike of it is that attack. And if you think about a note blossoming and blooming in sound, every single note has a blossom to it, right?
Yeah.
You have a beginning and an end point to it, the sound. Some notes spring out longer on certain guitars. Some notes, as what he's talking about here, is that initial attack, you're saying might be louder initially up front, right?
Yeah.
Might be stronger.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it might, on something with less sustain, it might be a little more squash, more of a squashed sound.
I love guitar talk.
I know, right? It makes no sense.
It's
but
round.
It kind of makes
it's
sense.
bubbly.
Yeah.
It's warm. It's dry. It's squashed.
Yeah.
Chris and I and Kayla, we were talking about it.
Springy tone.
But if somebody envisions like when the note is struck, there's a start, there's an end to it, and then you have a different type of tonality and structure to the note.
Well, the stiffer everything is, the more of the string you're hearing. Anything taking away from that vibration is altering it, so hence, like if you're playing your telly and you've got it top loaded versus through the body, you're going to notice a sound difference because the strings are doing different things.
So he's talking about where it comes through down here, and it does affect the actual note structure, the structure of the note, the blossom of the note, the sound of it.
I think if you're coming through the back of the ashtray on a telly, it's more like a tune-o-matic. You've got that string angle, it's just going here, going over the saddle, but through the body, you're adding that rotational force.
Yep. So this is all interesting. It also affects how the strings feel.
Yeah.
Slinky, strong and tight. And for those of us that like certain styles, as we're hitting as we're hitting the strings, there's a feel to the tension of the strings and how it responds in our hands. It all plays into it. So all your arguments,
and there's no better or best.
That's exactly where I was going. There's all the arguments of what sound is better. I fall back on what Dan Huff has been talking about in videos lately, is that there's no bad sound, there's just bad uses of sound, possibly. So,
well, think about Muddy Waters playing a guitar that it sounds objectively bad. If you're talking about like, does a guitar have good tone? But when he plays it with his vocal texture and that sound, you've got like a raggedy voice, you got a raggedy guitar, it works, right? There's an application for everything.
So true. And if you were trying to like use that exact scenario over like an Eric Johnson album, you might not sound, might not have to be the correct usage of it.
Like be out of place. Out
of place. So anyway, so that all goes into how you design guitars then too. So you're thinking about these angles, you're thinking about the string angles, the type of bridges, where you're getting them, the quality of them.
Yeah.
Because this thing is like built, man. I'm telling you, like this thing feels like it's built to last. Like
John Mann uses billet aluminum, and you know they're solid, they're not cast.
Wow.
And brass saddles. I really like brass for saddles.
Yeah, that's really cool. Then then we get into like the different weights of guitars and how it feels when you're standing or sitting, and how it feels in all that comes into effect, because everybody does talk about it. You know, right now a big topic is the wood, the tone of the woods. Are there different tones of different woods? But most intelligent people out there that play and build will tell you it is the whole thing. It's everything. It's yes this, it's yes that, it's yes it's your touch, it's yes your picks or thumbs, yes it's your, you know, what type of amps you're using, and you know the list goes on. It is like to me it's like a big domino effect.
It is.
Yeah, it's not, you know, and it all does add up, I think. You know, and like, so back to the Strat that has the chamber, Dave Sure talked about it when he's playing with Eric Johnson and recording. Sometimes he puts pieces of like tape, electrical tape, across like some of the springs or something to stop that reverbing that happens in that chamber. And then he puts like you've seen players do also up there. And that's more for like sessions work, he said, for him. But when he's out and about, he likes it just as it is, the feel of it and the sound, and he just deals with it. Some people like myself like to fight with the instrument. Especially us Strat guys. Like we're kind of fighting. Like this is like locked down. It feels like you're just getting what you get. Man, it's so cool. Yeah. It's a good feel. It's
straightforward.
So I bet you, and in the hands of the right person, this could do jazz, this could do AC/DC. Classic rock. I mean, you can cover a lot of ground with something like this. Yep. This is, you know,
everything
pretty versatile.
Except dive bombs.
Right. Unless you're doing some type of fancy pedal work or something. I don't know. Somebody's got something out there.
They do.
Yeah. So, all right, that's great. And how many of these have you made already? Just not this particular exact model, but the Sumis. How many do you think you made? You got a number?
Let's see. Oh, no, the number's hidden on that one.
Oh, okay.
I think around 15.
Okay, great. That's really neat then.
I've only been making them for about a year.
All right, so you have another guitar to show us?
Yes, I do.
We'll finish up with that one then. Okay, so Ben, was this one at the show too then, I take it? Because I do remember these inlays.
Yes, sir.
Yes, what's this one?
I call this model the Abstract, and it's basically a Telecaster on acid. It's very warped and weird. This is what happens when you leave me alone in the shop too long.
Love it. Get some light on it here. Hopefully do it some justice. There we go. So, why did you design it like this?
Well, I saw there was a period of time where every guitar on the internet seemed to be a Telecaster. And I thought, I need to make my version of a Telecaster, and it's not going to look like all the rest. And this is the result.
Wow. All right, so there's a couple things going on here as soon as I look at it.
Yeah.
I'm not a luthier, not much of even a player, but I do love guitars and the aesthetic quality of it. So when I see this, you know where I'm going with this. Like I see this and I think, oh, that looks like the Tyler...
Oh, yeah.
Similar to what's the Tyler guitars? He's out in Nashville. He makes all them high-end ones for Dan Huff and all them. And it's kind of got that particular headstock vibe to it, which is really cool. It's different.
Well, the body was so curvy that I wanted the headstock to be kind of angular.
Wow.
So I got 90-degree angles on the tips there, and I even inlaid the tuner buttons on that one.
Wow, I did not notice that at the show.
To match the...
Okay, hold on.
I call this inlay pattern the Millennium Inlay. Yeah.
Wow. So you even went up there. All right, so I see now.
This is the Millennium Inlay pattern, you know, with the stripes and just kind of...
So you have the square, like 90s and corners. And then you have the round,
very flowing body.
Flowing oblongish. I don't know. Like, this is really interesting.
Melty, perhaps?
Yes. Offset. I don't know. Would it be considered an offset?
It is a little bit offset.
Yeah, it is kind of offset. It's very interesting. So you said you started with a T style.
Yeah.
Now, I might not have guessed that initially walking up to this, to be honest with you. It's like, wow, interesting. Very cool, man. All right, so we're talking about the headstock right now. Let's just stay up here for a second.
Okay.
You've done some of the inlays in there. You chose like gold hardware to kind of match throughout, right?
Yep.
And you've got the trees.
Yep.
So you've got you've got a step down, which causes that angle, and that's where you need these trees, right, to kind of break again.
Yep.
In order to get in there comfortably or something.
Yeah. If I was doing this version with a tremolo, I would not use trees, and I would use staggered tuners, you know, to try not to impede that. But
you got a pretty cool nice little cutout there, man.
Thank you.
It's like a step down. It's really neat looking.
Yeah, it's a tighter radius than standard.
So, and then what type of nut are we talking here?
Bone nut.
Bone nut,
and it's scalloped. Just purely for decoration, and it's also a what's called a captured nut. So that nut just sits in a little slot. It's not glued in. It can be pulled out and replaced in the future.
Wow.
It's not a slot that goes all the way through.
I see that. So it doesn't reach the ends of it there.
Yeah.
It doesn't break out of it. Okay. And so what's like these frets themselves seem to have a gold hue to them.
Yeah. This is a type of fret material that they no longer make, unfortunately. Jescar was making, they called it, I'm going to blank on it. What the heck was it called? Evo gold frets.
Cool.
That's what they called them. And they said they can't get the alloy anymore. They're not going to make any more of it. And it was my favorite.
So if somebody wanted to order a new version of this, you won't have that gold too. So this one's for sale right now, right?
It is.
Get it while it's hot. It is so cool, man. I love this, and I'm not into really offsets and all that, but it's just pretty cool. So you have like, all right, let's just work our way down now. So we have the frets, and you have what, an ebony?
It's actually African blackwood, but
okay.
It's very, very similar to ebony. And also has a African blackwood veneer on the back.
Cool. I like that.
And the neck is koa.
Nice. I'm a koa guy.
You
Sucker for koa, man. My tailors, yeah.
It's a 70-plus-year-old piece of koa.
And then all the way, the koa work, and then you've got like some line work in here.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get that in the video, because people need to see this.
Kind of a stacked heel thing just for aesthetics.
Very cool. Stacked heel. I like it. All right. So as we're working our way down, is it bolt on?
It is bolt on. Everything is recessed. This is what I call the tone block. It's a solid piece of brass. It's very thick. It's almost an inch thick. It is. Cool. It's got holes in the other side that are threaded, and the bridge screws bolt directly into it, so it is tight.
Yes.
It's sandwiched in there. And so that heavy piece of brass is surrounded by these chambers that emanate out from it.
Wow. Very interesting. Holy cow.
And I call it my speaker cone chambering. It's
cool.
about half-inch chambers, and they just go out and out from the bridge.
Love it. I've never seen anything like that. I got to go back over. This is so interesting. Look at that.
And the bridge plate I machined here in the shop.
I do like how you don't have the top and bottom lip extending out like traditional tellies have. I do like this. It's kind of cut away.
Everything recessed.
It's flat and kind of more flush for palm muting and all that type of stuff. All right, so let's talk now on the back side. All right, so the wood.
Swamp ash body. It's very lightweight.
But yet this doesn't. What's this cover then? What's
Redwood.
This? Wow.
Same
So you've
as
got
the
koa
top.
and okay, so swamp ash. So we got koa, swamp ash to redwood on here. Wow. And then these feel like a really nice blend here with the cutaways, and it's really comfortable.
I love doing carves.
A nice little.
Very fun.
Yes, that feels very comfortable. Smooth. It's real glossy, nice and slick, and very, very comfortable with this. And I like how you have this at the angle, kind of matching everything, all the flow. Aesthetically speaking, it's very pleasing with all the grain and the.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. All right, so now you can see here something's going on. We have a different top, right?
Yeah, the
Okay.
top's glued on. Beneath the top is a veneer, a black veneer.
I see it.
So it's just the tiniest little black outline, just for looks.
Once again, details. And then you get into this, the redwood.
Yeah, redwood.
Wow. So will
Nice
this be
piece
as
of
bright
redwood.
as this maybe?
It will be as bright, but the figuring on that is a lot tighter and smaller. These are kind of big rolling flames.
Right. Maybe a little darker, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. We'll see. Wow.
We could put a little naphtha on this and kind of get a preview of what it would look like.
That'd be cool. I like that. And then so, all right, so you've got this, you got the cutouts, right? Obviously for the fasteners in order to go in there.
Yeah.
And then there's no other covering up those holes. Is there a reason for that? Just
looks. Yeah.
it looks cool.
Thank you.
I like it. All right, so let's talk about this now. So you can see the opening,
Yeah.
and you can see some of the hardware set in there, and you can even see some of the like wiring type stuff. It looks pretty cool, man. And what type of pickups are we talking here?
Lawler pickups. I believe it's a 52 telly set.
Nice. All right, and then obviously it's three-way.
Three-way.
Correct. I
Volume
like
tone.
that. And then the knobs.
Yeah, ebony knobs.
Wow. I like it. It's cool. So just volume and tone, right?
Yes, sir.
So there's your T style coming through.
Yeah.
It's like, that's undeniably T style. So T style pickups. Also,
Yeah, compensated barrel saddles.
the saddles are so classic of the T style.
Yeah.
The body curves threw me off a little bit. But
Yeah.
when you start talking and showing this, and I see all this, I'm like, okay, now I see the T style where you originally started, and now how you've altered things and come up with your own composite blends, kind of the way it looks, actually.
Yeah.
All right, so, and then nice little, oh, look at, you've even got your name on the plate down here.
Yeah, custom
Wow.
output jack plate.
That's fantastic, man. I really like it. Now, let's also talk about these inlays. Where'd you come up with the design for these?
I don't recall how I came up with the design. I was just looking for something elegant that no one had done that wasn't a total ripoff, you know? And
I love it.
a customer of mine said they reminded him of like the Millennium Falcon when all the stars get stretched. So that's my Millennium inlay
Like it.
pattern.
I like it. What model name is this now? For
The
this?
abstract.
The abstract. All right, I love, great. Fantastic. So how much are we talking for one of these?
They start at 4,500. This one, as it is, would be more like 6. It's just got a lot of extras on it.
I like it. And plus, you're not going to have that gold color.
Yeah, not getting that anymore.
Frets, man. So this is a kind of a true one-off, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Pretty interesting. I really like it a lot. So, and then I'm curious if eventually be able to maybe plug it in. We'll try it and see what it sounds like eventually. Stay tuned for that video. And what else can we say about it? I mean, the weight of it. What type of weight are we talking here?
Let's weigh it.
Yeah,
Let's
I'm
see.
guessing it's slightly lighter than the last one.
Maybe 7.5.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, like a 7.5-ish maybe.
Guess that.
I'll go 7.4, just
7.4.
just to beat like Price is Right. I'll just go something different. $1.
Let's see
Is
here.
it gonna hang? Be careful.
You're 7.14.
Wow. So it is lighter than we even anticipated.
Just slightly.
That is really good. Like I said, it's got that feel. Also reminds me of like, once again, the T5-ish in a way, kind of the Talers in a way, like when they did the electric thing, meaning it's just sleek and balanced. And you'd think with this particular shape that it'd feel possibly off balance, but not even looking down at it, just having it sit in my lap. It's really well balanced. Yeah, I like it. It's really good. I dig it, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. So if you were to modify something on this, would you go with maybe a different type of top? Or
You could do binding. You could double bind it. You could do a semi-hollow. I mean, there's all sorts of places you could take it. You could put a tremolo on it.
That's really, like, I'm envisioning almost like an F maybe type thing, or something you can almost do there.
Yeah.
That's really so cool, man.
I've done some hollow versions of this.
That's really neat. I like it, man. I like how you have different like headstocks for all these, you know?
Yeah. You gotta have a unique headstock.
Yeah. Every single one, like I'm looking at all the different versions you have laying here. And so you're not just trying to stick to particular, you're not trying to take yours and just make it. You're actually responding to the design of each guitar.
Yeah.
So
one thing I have repeated a lot is the top of the Sumi is the same as the top of the Taurus. It's kind of this shape.
Like that one.
And if you look at a violin straight on, that's the silhouette.
Cool.
Of like the top of the scroll, you
nice,
know.
Yeah.
But only straight on.
Right. I love it. We're coming straight on for you. Show my age.
I don't even know that one. See, I'm too young.
Yeah. That's Hart. Back in the day.
I like Hart.
Yeah, and Wilson and them. So, but yeah, all right. So I love this so much. The look of it, the design, the feel. It's sleek. It's got a nice. I guess one thing we didn't ask about is this a C shape more than the V? You've done more of the V's than the others.
This is more of a standard shape.
Would you call it like a classic 50s, 60s kind of C? It feels kind
I would say
like
so.
that. And what type of radius is on the fretboard?
12 on that.
That's the other one. I forgot to ask you in some of the other
Most of my
guitars.
builds are 12.
Okay.
Unless otherwise specified.
Is there a reason in particular you do the 12s?
I just think it's a good in between, you know. It's not too flat, it's not too curved. Especially on, if I'm using a wraparound, most wraparounds are 12.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seth in town, I think his are like 12s and stuff too, I think. So a few of you guys are going with that. I mean, I think
I can do any radius.
that's my next question. If somebody did want to make this feel like more of a telly neck, then you'd have to go a little bit more. Because what are they normally, like 9.5s or something? Maybe?
I think they even 7.25.
Oh yeah, 7.5, 7.25. That's true. Yeah, yeah. So they do have more of a radius.
Yeah,
like
that feels
Strats.
really round.
I feel like my Strats, kind of my class Strats do too.
Yeah.
This feels so flat compared to like, but it's nice. It's got a nice little, doing my shredding thing.
There you go.
All right. Thanks for
Diddly-diddly-doo.
showing that. I appreciate it. Yeah, the diddly diddly doos. I love it. All right. So what do we have here, Ben?
We have a
Why don't you
couple.
pick it up? I'll work the camera.
Couple examples. He asked me, "Do you got anything around that maybe people haven't seen?" Well, here is a Brazilian rosewood neck blank.
Wow.
It's just, you don't see it in this dimension very often. It's heavy as heck. But I imagine a neck made from it would probably sustain very well.
So how do you get your hands on these? Where do you order these from?
This is from one man who is one of the few people that can import with CITES paperwork. So if someone were to order a custom guitar with a Brazilian neck, they could have it shipped to wherever they live, whether that be Canada or the UK or whatnot, and you wouldn't have it seized by customs. So that's good.
Interesting. All right.
Anytime you're shipping a guitar with Brazilian rosewood overseas, if you don't have paperwork, it can be seized.
Interesting. So, are you allowed to tell us how much would one of these be?
So if you were going to add,
Roughly.
if you were going to put one of these on a custom build, it would be about $1,500 upcharge. It's extremely rare.
That is so cool.
Now this is an ebony neck blank. It wouldn't be as much, but it's still hard to find ebony this thick.
Look at that.
And this one's got some cool figuring to it.
The colors are fantastic on it.
It's got a little blonde in there.
Yeah.
This is so dense.
Yeah, it's very heavy. Let me just hold it. Like, wow. Yeah, that's
Pretty
a
heavy,
good
huh?
weight. Yeah, that's definitely a good weight. So, are they hard to come by per se, like this? And
Yeah, most of it's just chance, just meeting the right folks, knowing the right folks, and they say, "Hey, I know a guy who's got some stuff." Make some phone calls.
How many times can you use this particular block right here? Can you make a few things out of this?
The scraps from a neck, you could get some maybe bridge blanks, maybe a head plate or two, something like that, but pretty much just a neck.
Wow, so that's just really one neck, basically.
Yeah.
And it's not,
Or it could be sliced into several fingerboards.
that's what I was thinking. If it was fingerboards, you could somehow plane it or something or whatever you do.
Yeah.
Well, was that what you would do?
We would do something called resawing, where we would just saw it lengthways to get nice little strips.
Neat. I love it.
But I'd feel bad cutting into anything this big, you know?
Right. So you'd rather just use this for like a neck.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that would be...
That's really cool. Wow. I dig it, man. Thanks for showing me that. And this is definitely something that's not normal for you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah,
Well,
I lucked out finding these.
so maybe somebody will order a guitar
Yeah, maybe.
watching the show. I love it, man. That is so cool, man. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, no problem.